Making moves with Michael. What's going on, guys? And today we're going to talk about the 3 things that destroy businesses, that destroy companies, that destroy relationships, that destroy communities, that destroy everything if you break and violate these 3 things. And that is sex, greed, and ego. And yes, this is PG-13. Yes, this is going to be talking about a few things that you may not understand right now. And that is why I'm here to explain to you how these 3 topics, how these 3 things can destroy your life. They can destroy your business. Okay? Let's talk about sex. This is the first one. We have 3 rules in our company. Never mess with someone's spouse. Never mess with other sex. Okay? Never mix business with pleasure. Number 2, greed. Never be the one that is starving and hungry for the dollar bill, okay? What I mean by that, do not fall in love with this bullshit that you start doing stupid things, fraudulent things, lying, cheating, stealing. We don't want to do that, okay? And the third one is ego, okay? When you mess with people's money, when you mess with other people's spouses and females and males, mingling, schmingling, doing all this bullshit, and you mess with someone's ego and their feelings, you start to destroy people, you destroy businesses, you destroy communities. If you look at every single big company that's out there, every single big one of them, every single one of them that has fallen because of these 3 things. Look at the company called Enron. A lot of you guys probably heard of Enron. And the reason why they fell apart was because of the fact that they got greedy and they started to cook the books. Look at Rome. Look at all these different big civilizations that got destroyed, all because of ego, sex, or greed. It's very important to understand that. And what do I mean by sex? If you have a business, okay, and a lot of you guys that watch my channel, a lot of you guys that watch my videos are in sales, entrepreneurs, you should not be looking to your left and to your right and looking at females or males as they're a piece of meat. You are there to create money. You're there to create business. You're there to create revenue. You're not there to mingle, schmingle, and socialize to a point where you start doing stupid things, especially with people that have rings and are married and are committed in a relationship. You should not be doing that. And even if they are single, this is not a dating club. Business is not a dating club, okay? If you're looking for a dating club, there's clubs out there. There's different apps you can go do that, but you do not want to do that in your business. What ends up happening is you start losing respect from your teammates. You start losing respect from the people you're actually trying to do this business with. You cannot be doing that. If you're a leader, okay, I know it may be easy for you. You may be a sales leader, you may be the owner, and it's very easy to have leverage and power over people that work for you. And you should be ashamed of yourself if you actually sit there and try to be the predator and try to do that stuff. It's not right. It fucks up your business. And when I see people do that, they get clipped right away. Why is that? Because they destroy the culture of the company. They destroy the culture of what we're trying to build. People don't want to be around you if the only thing that's on your mind is sex all the time. Now, the most powerful desire in the human emotion is the sexual desire, the sexual drive. But you want to use that towards something that's more productive. Do it with your wife. Do it with someone you're in a relationship with. Don't be going around and planting seeds everywhere. Okay? Because I promise you, you're not gonna harvest any fruit from that. You'll harvest misery and a lot of pain because you will go through that death trap. It's gonna destroy you. It's gonna haunt you for the rest of your life. Okay? Number 2 is greed. Okay? Greed is not listen. Nothing wrong with actually wanting to have a piece of paper to make some money and to use that to buy good things and to help people, help community. What's wrong is when you actually become in love with money. And what I mean by that is you actually chasing it and ruining relationships over that. If you borrow $50 from someone, make sure you give it back to them. Because a lot of times it's kind of embarrassing for someone, maybe like your friend or your coworker, to ask you, hey, can I get that $50 I just gave you 2 weeks ago? They don't want to ruin that relationship over this. I lost a very close friend of mine over a huge, large amount of money, okay? In the 5 digits, all because of this stupid thing. We're not best friends anymore. Because of stupid decisions where there was a bad business investment, and guess what? We lost out on a potential positive relationship. Okay? You do not want to put greed in your relationships. Okay? If I lend someone $50, in my mind, I don't want to lend them money. Okay? If I give it to them, I don't even want to think about it. Why? Especially in the business world, the sales world, you start lending money, playing money, let me borrow this, let me borrow that, okay? It starts to destroy the relationship and you create a wedge in between that. If you go to the restaurant, you should be the first person to raise your hand and say, hey, let's split the bill. Or you want to pay for the bill, that's fine. But don't sit there and wait for your owner, for your boss, for your coworkers, or for someone else to pick up the tab. It's extremely embarrassing and extremely disrespectful, and it creates wedges because now people don't want to hang out with you, all because of greed, okay? And the third one is ego. I've seen so many teams and businesses fall apart over ego, okay? Huge businesses over people fighting over nonsense, hurting each other's feelings, putting each other down, making fun of each other, not edifying each other. Edification is what you need to have in your business. Putting ego in your business and affecting people's emotions flusters everybody and it creates chaos. Your ego is not your amigo. Put it to the side. Stop putting people down. Lift them up. You want people to start off the shoulders up. And that's what you want to do. So do me a favor. Stop lingering around with other people in the business. Stop coming into business relationships and trying to, manipulate people and be a predator. You don't have to do that, man. If you want to do that, you go to a nice restaurant, you go to a nice bar, you have your fun. But don't do that in a business setting. Okay? Number two, you don't want to focus on chasing the bag to the point where you love it so much that you start screwing people over for it. Okay? Do not do fraudulent activity. Do not think short term. Think long term. And I promise you, money will chase you and you won't have to be greedy. And number three, check your ego, man. Check your ego at the door. When you come into your office, when you come into your business, when you come into your restaurant, when you go to whatever you're working at, make sure you're not putting people down. Make sure people feel elevated when you walk into the room, not demoted, not de-elevated, if that makes sense, okay? So I love you guys, and hopefully this can, this can stick in your head for the rest of your life, because I remember these three things have stuck in me since I was 18, 19 years old, and I never wanted to make these sex, greed, and ego affect my business, affect my company. And if we ever find someone that does that, we clip them. And you should too as well. If you're a leader, if you're a manager, if you're a salesperson, whatever it is, you have a little team that you're running, make sure you infuse these three principles, these three nevers. Because I promise you, once you do that, you'll have a culture that will grow so freaking amazing that people are gonna gravitate towards your business and towards your team. Have a good one, guys. And remember, don't forget to subscribe.